Hey guys, gonna do a video on timing P7100 series pump, whether it be on a P-pump 12 valve, a P-pump 24 valve. Wanted to show a video. I put one of my personal engines together, so I kind of got it partly apart, so it's a little easier visual wise. I probably will later do one in truck, just to give you the realistic view of that type of stuff. So here we are. So right here you can see this is where the timing pin goes in. Now there is, obviously a bunch of different ways. Even in the timing gear where this pin snaps in, and this motor's already at top dead center, but so you can just push it in there, so that locks it in top dead center. So that being, where your reference is for that. Now, again, I don't have a front cover on this right now, like I said, just to give you guys easy visual on it. That showing on top dead center. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to install the injection. Alright guys, so the next step is you need to figure out where your pump timing is. Now this cap right here, which is 15/16, take that out. Now you're going to get a bunch of oil, so you want to put a pan underneath it and catch the oil. Like this pump has been sitting for a month on a bench and it's still it still has a bunch of oil in it. You want to make sure you get that copper washer if it doesn't come on the plug, because if you don't put that in there, it will leak. So now that I have my hands covered in oil, so this pin, as you can see, it's slotted. Usually, like when you're putting it, when you're putting it in there as you were going to be running the engine, you would put it this way in there so it doesn't touch it, because otherwise if you leave it in there, it breaks this plastic piece off and it can move the arm, your timing arm, because that's not a fixed arm. And that's the reason I personally don't like doing it with the method off of the crankshaft. You just knock everything loose and then adjust it, because you don't actually know what the pump timing is. Now, unless it's a brand new pump, obviously, then it's a pretty good chance it's never moved. But I have come across quite a few over the years that have moved. And if that's the case, it's just you put it all together and it doesn't run right, and you end up playing around and not getting anywhere, and the truck still won't run right. So if you have the gauge set up, you can verify, and it's really not that hard to do. After it's the first couple times you do it, there's a little bit of a learning curve involved, obviously. So now I get this cleaned up a little bit. See if I can get you guys a shot in there. So there's a pin inside there. Hard to see. Now at this point, what you want to do is you put your pin back in and it'll grab that. So that's going to give you base timing, or at least that's what it's supposed to be. Now that being said, if it's base timing, then the front of the engine, that's the hub for the adjustable timing gear. So that basically bolts right on there. And then there's 6 retaining bolts, and then there's the little bolt that actually tells you how much to move. So you get 2 degrees per movement. Now obviously most people don't have that. I play with my timing so much that I find without it, I spend too much time. So all of my trucks have it on there, and then I did a front pump cover, or sorry, a front timing case cover, so that it's easy to access. Now, see here. So pull this out. So this is your delivery valve holder. Which does have, you know, some stuff on top of it. And lots of times there'll be a shim or shims in here. And you want to make sure you don't lose those because they have to be calibrated. This is part of the calibration of the pump. So you want to make sure you do not lose those. If you do, don't put the pump back together. At that point, you'll have to send the pump out and have it re-bench so they can reset stuff. What you want to do is get a good clean magnet. This is actually a little bigger than one I usually use, but do is just pull your delivery valve out and holder. These ones are aftermarket ones. They're 7 mil ones. The adapter threads inside there. It just has a hole in the middle. So what you do is that down in there. And then your gauge goes in there. Now I've had this set up for years, so it's kind of, it's seen a few days. An adjustable timing gear on your truck. Obviously I got the front cover off here for you, just so it's a little visually easier to see. Now if we bring this up to top dead center, if we bring this back up to top dead center, we'll see what our timing is right now, which I don't know. It's probably out to lunch right now. So 0 is at 300 thou. So there's 100 thou, 200 thou. And you just got to verify that your pin is in the right spot. It feels like 270 thou, which is a little more than I wanted. I think we're gonna shoot for 20 and a half, so it's 251 thou. So gonna have to do. Now for an adjustable timing gear, this is super easy, and that's the reason I like them, but so you pull the little bolt out, because that's actually your locator. Now, if you have what you can do is you can just put, instead of rotating the engine around, what you can do is you can just put a 30 mil ratchet on here, and usually what I'll do, because now we started at 300 is your base, right? So it jumped back on me. So right now we're 250. So what you can do is just go back to base if you want to. As long as my gear won't let me go back that far, because I got it adjusted too high. But I take the So what you want to do here is bring it back to base, which we're coming right in there right now. So that's bottom. So we're gonna go, we want to go 251 thou. So you're gonna go, there's almost one. They do jump. So, and that's the port opening up. So there's 2 and 251 right there. So now what you can do, just put a bolt in there. Now, and that will hold it from moving if you snug that up. So now what you do is just put this bolt, this locator back in there for yourself, so it doesn't move around too much. And this isn't like an exact, you know, you're shooting with, you know, a thou or two. So, you know, if you don't want to go over a certain number, because there is, you know, like gear lashes and all that stuff does change. You know, it moves around a little bit. You can jump them around. So now we got it about where we want her there. And like I said, I will be timing this up. Probably actually do some dyno videos on this truck, show timing differences and stuff. As soon as I can get a dyno lined up here in town, until I can get into my own. I'd like to get one, but I don't have the space for it right now. So just not working out for as far as that goes. So now all you got to do is just tighten those up. And obviously you want to make sure these things get tight. They do have a torque spec. If you want to torque them, I always just tighten them. But years of experience, I guess. Not a bad idea if you've never done one, maybe to torque them. And then you got your little bolt there. Make sure you got that tight, because you don't want that little bugger falling out of there either. Now, if we bring this thing back, down all the way here. So we're at base again. And then we bring it up. And then there we are. We're at 20.5 degrees or so. Maybe just a touch higher. We're about a thou higher than that, but that's okay. So that's how you do it with an adjustable timing gear. Now, the cover that goes on there. So I literally just got this timing cover. So this obviously is going to go on here. Countersink bolts, and of course I don't have bolts with me, but if you can see, you can access those bolts from the front. And they have, this is the cover that goes over top of it. So that cover would go right here. And then something really cool is this is the front seal plate, which there again just bolts on there. If you have to do a front seal, just these 4 bolts, you know, you pull your harmonic balancer off, these 4 bolts, you can change your seal in like 35 minutes. Super, super awesome. So that's, you know, setting up your timing with an adjustable timing gear. If if you have any questions or comments, just hit me up down in the comments, or hit me up on Instagram. Cutterup Rob's my handle there. If you like the content, like and subscribe. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Appreciate it.